I talked about Final Fight 1, I talked about Final Fight 2, I talked about Final Fight 3. And yeah, some games were good, some were bad. Yeah, would you believe it? There's actually another Final Fight I didn't talk about yet. Well, it's more like a spin-off, a side game, or not even a sequel, I would say. Think of it as like Final Fight expansion pack. So here is Final Fight Guy. Yeah, that's what they call it. Final Fight Guy. So what do you do in this game? Well, basically it's just the original Final Fight on Super Nintendo with Guy in the game. Now you gotta be thinking to yourself, alright, so what you're telling me is that they finally fixed everything that was wrong with the Super Nintendo game, and you can play as all three characters now, including Guy? That's awesome! Yes and no. You see, everything that was taken out of the Super Nintendo original, like the Sexy Cop Girls, the oh my god line, the characters' names that were censored, all that sort of stuff, well, it's still here. I bet you can't wait to get your friends over and play some Final Fight Guy, just like the original arcade game, and have some awesome two-player action. No, it's still one player only. Wouldn't it be great to have the gang all together, Guy, Cody, and Hager? Well, they put in Guy and took out Cody. So, there's really not much for me to say here. It's pretty much the original Super Nintendo Final Fight with Guy in the game and Cody taken out. There's a slightly different ending, and there's a new power-up where you can pick up a Jessica doll and be invincible for a few seconds. But honestly, that's it. Yeah, if you want to see more on this Final Fight game, look at my original Super Nintendo review. It's cool being able to play as Guy, but it's only cool for like a few seconds. The graphics are the same, the sounds are the same, everything is pretty much the same, and they could have made so many more improvements, but no. Yeah, this was released in 1994, so finding this game now is very difficult. Thankfully, it was a rental only. Blockbuster actually published the title instead of Capcom. You know, it was nice that Blockbuster do that, but I could think of so many better games to release from Japan to North America. So I give Final Fight Guy here for Super Nintendo a 30 out of 100. If you can find this game super cheap, and if you like the original Final Fight, be prepared for a very slight upgrade. It's such a shame too, because there's not really much I can say about this game. It's still 8 megabits, very limited on memory. There's so much more they can actually improve on. It was actually released out in 1994, so yeah, they could have put in the blood, you know, they could have put in the beer bottles, they could have changed the guys back into girls, but no, they didn't do that. Hell, they could have even made it like Final Fight 2 and 3, which had the two-player mode in it. Why not include the two-player mode in this one? But no, they didn't. They didn't try. They didn't fix any of the major problems that were in the original Final Fight. They just fixed one minute detail. Yeah, a guy was missing. Okay, they changed that, but we wanted so much more. This is just such a weak expansion pack. Yeah, this actually raises a big question. Why would they make this game, especially months apart from their big grand sequel, Final Fight 2? If you think about the storyline in the game Final Fight 2, it seems heavily focused on the character Guy. Guy's trainer is kidnapped. Guy's fiance is kidnapped. Wouldn't Guy actually be an integral part of the storyline? No, he's not. He's not even playable in the game. He makes a small cameo. If you play the game on its hardest difficulty, boom, you get to see Guy's back turned to the camera, and he's talking about faking Hager and the other two characters that nobody gives a shit about. It really makes me wonder if Guy was actually supposed to be in that game originally as a playable character. Now here's a big conspiracy theory. I still don't have enough evidence to justify it, but hey, it's just a shot in the dark. I think Guy was originally supposed to be the main character in the game Final Fight 2. He was supposed to be playable, and this is a great way for Capcom to continue the storyline, give you something new. Look, Guy was a great character in the original Final Fight, but I can also understand why Capcom originally took him out of the Super Nintendo version. They wanted to save on memory, so they had to cut a few costs. And taking out Guy, even though he was a great character to play as, and a lot of people missed him, he wasn't an integral part of the storyline. You think of Jessica, even if it means going through hundreds of thousands of gang members with pipes, knives, and even guns, holy crap. But they would do it just to rescue this girl. Guy, on the other hand, has no family involved, you know, they're friends. And look what happens if you finish Final Fight Guy. You think it's going to be cool if you actually finish the game with Final Fight Guy? Oh, is there going to be like a cool ending? Is Jessica going to fall for him instead of Cody? Think again. Nope. He just walks away. Of course that would happen, because that's the type of guy Guy is. He's very honorable. He would never do that to his friend Cody. Especially since he had a girlfriend back in Japan that is about to be kidnapped. So what the hell happened? As we all know, Final Fight 2 came out, it flopped. It wasn't very successful. Once people played it for a bit, they realized, oh, just the same old Final Fight. Yeah, boring. And you don't get invested to the new characters they brought in, Micah and Carlos. Because even though Micah is part of the family, okay, the sister of the girl that was kidnapped, we're not invested to the character because we don't know them yet. If it was Guy in the game, yeah, we would be invested because that's Guy's woman and his trainer kidnapped all at once. Holy crap. That would have made Guy like a household name. Like, he was already very popular. People were just clamoring to get Guy back on the scene again since he was taken out of the Super Nintendo original. Where's Guy? We want Guy. We want Guy real bad. But here, Capcom corporate, and I'm saying corporate here because they probably had the bright idea to take Guy out of Final Fight 2, and they decided to make this atrocity Final Fight Guy. So instead of having Final Fight 2 be focused around Guy, they decided at the 11th hour, instead of putting Guy in here, why don't we make him into an all-new character? We'll call him Carlos, we'll put him in a blue key. Yeah, we'll change things up a bit, we'll give him longer hair, we'll give him a sword, and boom, it'll be an all-new character, and we'll take Guy out. And that way, Guy can have his own Super Nintendo release and his own game. We'll sell millions! Of course, that's not what happened. And there you have it. I believe Carlos was originally supposed to be Guy. They just made a few changes, made him an all-new character, and nobody gave a shit. Nobody cared. No, Capcom pretty much killed off all the momentum Final Fight had. Especially with more competition out there, like Turtles in Time, Streets of Rage 2. Yeah, this was originally released out in 1992 in Japan, slightly before Final Fight 2. Final Fight Guy is the reason why I hate Capcom so much. I love their games, but holy crap, do they want to shovel a lot of shit down your throat all at once. You like a franchise? Well, buy the DLC. Get our week expansion packs. Buy it. Spend that money. Final Fight could have been a huge series. We could have been talking about games like Final Fight 9 or Final Fight 10 by now. and everybody be going crazy for it. But no, that didn't happen. The series got killed off way too early. Yeah, there will be the occasional sequel now and again, like Final Fight Streetwise, or one from Saturn and Japan only, or whatever the hell it was. The potential was there, but no. And that's it for me. This is Arizon World Champion, over and out. I just hope there's not like a re-release of Final Fight 3 and they put in Final Fight 3 Carlos.